Hello, good day to everyone. My name is Yee Qian, metric number 2627775. I'm the last semester student. Course taking right now is the Bachelor of Media Technology at School of Multimedia Technology and Communications, College of Arts and Science, UUM. Today, I'm here to have my presentations for my final year project, which is research thesis. The title of my thesis is The Factor Analysis That Influence Customer Satisfaction on E-commerce Service During Movement Control Order (MCO) in Malaysia. E-commerce is defined as a marketplace where the buyer and the seller may exchange the goods, service, and the information and money instead of face-to-face traditional trade businesses. E-commerce has grown in the popularity in recent years and now frequent using by people nowadays. Customer satisfaction is becoming a very popularity and more important subject in many businesses and academic access. Smart gadget and advancement in information technology in many businesses and academic that allow consumer then access an e-commerce website like Lazada, Shopee, which are the platform for people usually use nowadays to purchase and selling things. These have an immediate impact on the internet consumer. Their shopping habits and be change and raise demands in the delivery services requirements. Furthermore, Malaysians changing their lifestyle, which demands that everything be done in quickly, easier. These situations had enhanced the expansion of e-commerce. Due to the pandemic of COVID-19, Malaysia imposed travel and quarantine restrictions. MCO, Movement Control Order, implemented since 2020 March. So all the businesses affected by this pandemic COVID-19. The e-commerce has changed those businesses in the world. To analyze the factor that influencing the customer satisfactions on e-commerce service during period of MCO in Malaysia, this research is being done according the variables which included convenience, web design, shipping fee, and payment security of e-commerce service. This study is aimed to investigate the influencing factor for customer satisfactions on e-commerce service during MCO period in Malaysia. So nowadays, e-commerce is more popular for the people in the world. E-commerce service become more concern points for the customer after they purchase something from online. So there are few factors that will affect the customer satisfactions, especially during this MCO period. People who are not in essential industry are not allowed to go out from their home without the permission from government. E-commerce play a very important role in this period. The objective of this research is to analyze the factor influencing of the customer satisfactions on the e-commerce service during MCO times in Malaysia. So, the problem statement of this research is in Malaysia there is lots of hesitations and fraud happens when it comes to the online purchasing, online selling. Therefore, people are still purchase goods from e-commerce platform. When MCO, people purchasing patterns tend to shift to online e-commerce. The failure to implement the marketing strategy and promotions tools is the primary causes of sales loss in the online company. The research objectives are to determine the relationship of the convenience and the customer satisfactions on e-commerce service in Malaysia during MCO period. So, to determine the relationship to the web design and the customer satisfactions on the e-commerce service in Malaysia during MCO period. To determine the relationship of shipping fee and the customer service on e-commerce service in Malaysia during MCO period. The last one is to determine the relationship of the payment security and customer satisfactions on e-commerce service in Malaysia during MCO period. Okay. With a discussions and analysis of the research significance from a theoretical and practical point of view. Theoretical significance can be stated that this research have a lot of theoretical value in the sense that it provides latest finding and contribute to the theory concerning customer satisfaction relating to the e-commerce Malaysia during MCO period. The practical significance is the study is likely to bring about the essential findings which will assist the various stakeholders in the research, as well to more understand about the roles of this factor concerning e-commerce platform, and how they can produce a better satisfaction for their customer. So at present, maybe this stakeholder might not have any ideas about the e-commerce influencing their customer satisfactions, but they will obtain an idea about how they can enhance their e-commerce platform to bring about those better customer satisfactions, and thereby how to secure a higher level of customer utilizations of their e-commerce platform. The research scope is study, which means to enhance more understanding about the factor capable of affecting the customer satisfactions associated with the use of e-commerce platform, with the particular focus on the period during the control order because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This study, they focus on the factor of satisfactions which can be derived by the customer who use the certain e-commerce platform to facilitate the e-commerce transactions. Okay. Customer will experience the tension in their expectation do not reflect expected product. According to consistent theory, in order to increase the tension, the consumer to make certain adjustments, including such their expectations or expressions to the product's quality. Customer satisfaction is one of the foremost more imperative points of buyer purchase desirations. High standard of customer satisfactions can win the customer loyalty. So we move on to the conceptual framework. The aim of this research is to investigate the factor influencing customer satisfactions in e-commerce. So, based on the relevant framework, there are four independent variables, which are convenience, website design, shipping fee, payment security, that have been selected by researchers, and the dependence variables is customer satisfactions towards e-commerce service in Malaysia during MCO period will be the study in this research. The methodology. Research on methodology is a part through which researchers need to supervise their research. They show the path in researcher prepare their problems, and they need to present the result from the data that have been collected during the certain period. The quantitative data support that analysis and the result of the quantitative data. The content of this chapter will cover the research methodology chosen to make the study design, data collection method, and also how the sample selected and what the instrument will use. The technique take data sample and the questionnaire developed. So in this research, the questionnaire was contributed to customer through online, the Google Form survey, including the question about the demographic profile, general informations, customer satisfaction level, and also the factor influencing their satisfactions on e-commerce service during MCO period. The descriptive analysis statistics are the data analysis by the percentage, frequency, and by using the measure of center tendency, MCT. So mean, mode, median. Okay. Often in this analysis of data, So for the demographic factors such as the gender, age, education, we often use the percentage, and frequency such as the percentage of female, male amongst the respondents. So for the variables such as the age, researcher can also identify the means of the average of the respondents. So according to the summary of the means and the standard deviations, okay, for the dependence variable and the independence variable. So based on the data show that the means of 4 independence variables are more than 3.0, which means that the most of the respondents are agreed with the statement stated in the questionnaire. They believe that all the influence factors are important and may influence the customer satisfaction on e-commerce service during MCO. So the convenience show the highest mean score, which is 3.9964 compared to the website design, shipping fee, and also the payment security. They are satisfied when they are utilize an e-commerce service platform, since they may buy goods or service during any times and from any locations. The opportunity to order the item from all around the world was another benefit, another reason of using an e-commerce service platform. The customer have a lot of alternative selections to buy the goods or enjoy the service. So which make them is enjoy and satisfied with the e-commerce service. Okay, this is a table of reliability analysis. According to this result shown in the table, okay, we can figure out that the dimensions of the questionnaires are consistent and stable. This is because overall of the Cronbach alpha stated between 0.7 and 0.95, and they are good validity and very good reliability. Okay, conclusions. So in order to identify the problem of the researchers use 4 independent variables, which are convenience, website design, shipping fee, and also security payment as a choice to determine the impact on the customer satisfactions on the e-commerce service during MCO period. So the result shows that convenience, website design, shipping fee, and also payment security has a significant relationship with customer satisfactions towards e-commerce service during MCO period. It is hard to precise about the most appropriate the sample size for conducting in this kind of research study. However, we expect that follow up the studies to expand the sample size to cover range, so another relevant research elements will be included and more representative. The current study found all the independent variables of the result of the research. E-commerce service will significantly and positively influence the customer satisfactions among the Malaysians during MCO period. This study shows some limitations, since the result of the study indicates that there are another factor influencing the customer satisfactions. Maybe in future study it will be able to include another element to measure the customer satisfactions. Thank you. That's all from me.